Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jorvik. In today's video, we're going to be continuing our watch along for The Penguin. We left off last episode with Sophia seemingly teaming up with Oz to continue the destabilization of the Falcon family. Now, how this is going to play out is going to be very interesting. I still have an inkling that Sophia knows that Oz was involved with Alberto's death, but there's not really a lot of evidence to suggest that. I want to make sure that her character is at least being written smarter than she is in the comics, because I mean she's a pretty smart character in the comics as well. I'm not trying to dilute that. Predictions for this episode, I think we're just going to kind of see the continuation of Oz taking down the Falcon family, but now that he has Sophia kind of like at his not beck and call, because I feel like the roles are reversed there. He still is gonna have to kind of keep his involvement with the Maronis hidden from her as well. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how exactly all of this plays out. Another prediction for this episode is I think we're going to focus on, like I mentioned last week, I think we're going to focus on one family member at an episode. Pretty sure it's going to be VD this episode. I feel like after last week, with him being set up to be like the fall guy for being the mole in the Falcone family, but obviously it went to Sophia's bodyguard. I'm sorry, I forgot what his name is. He was obviously poised up to be the fall guy for not only being the mole, but also killing the Maroni guy. There's also that carryover thread of Oz giving the pictures of Vidi sleeping with Luca's wife. So I'm pretty sure that'll actually probably come back up in this episode, if not the next episode. There is a comment I want to highlight from the last episode, but I will wait to save that for my review of the episode after the reaction, so stick around for that. As always, if you like this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribing is free, commenting is free, liking is free. It really does help out the channel as I'm very slowly growing and working my way towards 1,000 subscribers, hopefully by the end of the year. So if you want to be part of the Vand clan, go ahead, click that subscribe button. All right, let's get into it. Looks like we're going to follow Victor a little bit this episode, because we still don't know what his full backstory is.
No, I'm late. Don't kill me.
No promises.
Oh, he has a girlfriend. Interesting.
28-year-old candidate Bella Real is ahead of acting mayor Thomas.
Oh, so this is during the events of the Batman film. I can see why this actor wanted to be the live-action Miles Morales, although he's already played a Marvel character, Alex from The Runaways, but he's already like this this black Latino character in this, so I mean, I could see him playing a Miles Morales, although he is like 26 years old, but he does look young, I guess.
If you remember where we came from, we have more than enough.
It's a big immigrant mindset. A lot of immigration families have. Obviously, I'm not an immigrant family, so I don't really have a lot of experience in that, but that is something that's seen a lot in media.
Boy, how you doing?
Good.
Yeah, I got your re-up.
You got that good? Thank you.
For you, man.
Appreciate it.
What up, Victor?
I hate.
The disrespect.
Is it working?
It's just starting. Are those bombs?
God, they're everywhere.
Jeez, all those people. Gosh. That's so, like, heartbreaking tragedy. And obviously there's real world, that stuff, not to that extent, but, with the flooding in the South is really It is a real thing.
There it is. What do you say? We start you on 1 a week, huh?
1,000 a week? Are you serious?
Yeah, because I guess it's been, what, like 3 days? It's been a few days.
Where's Oz?
He's getting dressed right now. Yep. Welcome.
He's so nervous. To be fair, if I met Christian Milioti in person, I would probably be nervous too.
Stay put. You do anything stupid, I'll sense it.
I really do like that this obviously is a very serious show, but there is, you know, that kind of humor and just the awkwardness of just exactly like what all these dealings entail and that kind of stuff like that. It is refreshing in a way that's not too overdone, if that makes sense.
Hey. Good shit. Came from Arkham. Thought this was all Al's plan.
I know you did.
Ooh. That's interesting. So now it wasn't Alberto's plan, it was also Sophia's plan, and Alberto was.
Like wildfire.
Ooh, it's mushrooms.
Mushrooms?
Don't. They're extremely fragile.
Ooh, I have a new theory now.
It's not the mushrooms that we're using.
They're the basidiospores.
The fuck did you just say to me?
These are bleeding tooth fungi, a rare strain. The psychoactive compound in the sap creates a potent euphoric stimulant. It's a completely different high.
And that's step one to him becoming the kingpin. Well, not, you know what I mean.
Calvin's not with you, is he? He disappeared around the same time you did. I thought maybe...
No, I haven't.
I wonder, was Calvin the guy that Sophia shot in the first episode? I don't know.
I'm leaving, Victor. I'm going to California.
Why? Why?
And you know what's in California? Jump City, aka that's the home of the Teen Titans, confirmed.
Stay somewhere nice and get me a ticket.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna meet you at Gotham Station.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you gonna tell your boss? Or?
I'm gonna figure that out.
I'm scared. Either she's going to die, or something's going to happen and he's not going to meet her there. Ugh.
Where you been?
He's like, where have you been, young lady? It is past your curfew.
This business ain't your business. I mean, take a fucking hint. Luca, he's the head of the family now. Okay, so when he tells you to go to Italy, you get on a fucking plane. But I'm not scared of you.
This,
All I see is a spoiled bride who got what she deserved.
yeah, this is going to play into what I'm going to talk about after the reaction here.
Chinatown, huh? You're aware that my father pushed the triads out of the drug game?
Yeah, I was there, dog. But we need someone who ain't gonna rat us out as soon as we tell him our plan, you know?
It is interesting. We're seeing more Gotham in the daylight, and it could be because Batman is out there.
I told you not to show your face yet till you have my money, Oz.
Link, bought you some top shelf from the 44. My best shit.
You think I give a fuck? I sent you a whole truck of cigarettes. Where's my cut?
You think I'd come here empty-handed? I mean, come on, Link. We both know that if I ever truly left you hanging, there'd be a bullet between my eyes.
This is why we're here.
We're calling it bliss.
He just came up with that, and she's like, "What?"
Hey, Oz. So, there's this girl, and she means a lot.
Oh no, he's gonna get robbed, isn't he?
You know I'm not a rat, right? You know I'd never.
If this ain't me in the car, that's crazy. Oh no. It's even worse, the cops. Oh my gosh, dude.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have any money.
Dude.
Guess not.
He did his first police bribe. I'm so proud of him.
We ain't going at it alone. You know, we got support from within the family.
Oh, yeah, you do?
Yeah, of course. You think we walk in here without our shit on lock? Come on.
Who?
Who?
Yeah, who?
Johnny Vitti. Yeah, that's right.
The way that both
That
of
was
them
gonna
could
be
just play.
Yeah, what do you want? Like a letter of recommendation or something?
A phone call would suffice. From Johnny
I
B.
love it.
Directly. Or you full of shit as usual, Oz.
Nah, my word's good.
Dude, Sophia's gonna kick Oz's ass for this.
And he just took it.
He took the whole fucking G. Motherfucker. Well, that's the course of doing business, kid. You know, welcome to life.
He's so proud of him. His little puffin. Wait, no. I don't know. You know what I mean.
You should do it. Fuck what they think. Let them wait. You know, take up space. You got fight in you, Vic. You gotta let it out.
It's true. Stuttering is... Well, I don't have a stutter, so I guess I can't really speak on it, but I feel like it could help with confidence.
What's his name?
Juan Ramon Aguilar.
The Juan Ramon Aguilar.
I know, and it's just extra sad because he had a minor fight with his parents the night that Riddler flooded Gotham.
Get out.
How's the fucking going, Johnny?
Tina, don't forget your panties.
One word about this. The little guy swear to
And what, Johnny? What are you gonna do? Your ghost will haunt me.
But he never respected him. I bet you don't respect him either, do you? Hmm?
Oh, the 44 below was the ice
card game.
the iceberg
drinks, I'll give
lounge.
you that. But people don't keep you around because they think you're smart, and they sure as shit don't trust you. People keep the penguin around as entertainment because everybody
penguin.
knows that you're a
Oh,
goddamn
he's gonna kill him.
Yeah. Make the fucking call.
I do like that they're also showcasing this, like, very, not arrogant, but very, this aggressive side of Oz. Because it's like, it will set him up when he becomes Penguin proper, like a proper Batman villain, rogue gallery. Him being very aggressive, I think would really, it really shows here. And I appreciate that. That's just that little bit of writing.
Remember, right? They want what you got, not the other way around. Shoulders back, take up space, okay? Hey, kid. I wouldn't ask you to do this if I didn't know you could handle it.
Oh, man, I am scared of what is about to happen, especially to him, his girl.
You think it will do the trick?
Fucking hope so. Things out will be here soon. You know, if he likes what he sees.
My thing is, I mean, I guess Vidi can't go to Luca and tell him, because then they're just gonna tell him that he been messing with his wife. So I get that. That's blackmail, baby.
You or Johnny Vidi, because he's got you in out of his hand, doll. You know that, right?
He didn't say anything that I don't already know.
Come on. We're so close to getting what you want. Let's not...
I asked you a question.
Jesus. It's been 10 fucking years.
I know how long it's been, and I am not some ignorant kid that you can play with anymore.
So she's been in Arkham for 10 years? That's crazy. Hey, look, just because they're working together doesn't mean they're on the same side, so...
Look at them. Their city has been decimated. Our former mayor was assassinated. A madman flooded our streets. People lost their homes, their families. The world, as they knew it, is gone.
Oh.
Hey, Bagman.
Victor.
Victor! Honey, what is wrong with you? Shit's everywhere. Keep it together, all right?
Oh, man. That is what we call PTSD.
Made us content, submissive.
Ooh, that gives credence to my theory
Any
even
pain
more.
that we had just floated
Ooh,
away.
I can't wait to discuss it.
Allowing us to forget where we were.
No, his girl. Oh, it's gonna break my heart.
Vic, proud of you.
Oh, no.
Come on. I told Roxy to order some bottles, the good stuff.
I'm like having heart palpitations.
Give it to me.
Oh, is it
Now, goddammit.
Oh.
The fuck? You think I'm holding you hostage or something? The what? You're my fucking prisoner? That it?
Oh my god, dude, my stomach is in my ass right now. Oh.
You are not until the day you die. I told you were smart, but that's the life you want. Guess what, Vic? Good news. You already got it. So go. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, Penguin is spitting facts. I can't deny that. Dang, he's heartbroken too. He's actually sad he's gone. I mean, obviously he doesn't go, right? I mean, look, in a way he is protecting her, so like I understand, but oh man, it's so heartbreaking, you know? And I know stuff like this obviously happens in real life.
Tell me that's not your attempt at an apology.
I didn't know what Carmine would do. I knew something, but... Fucking Arkham. His own flesh and blood.
It's interesting that Arkham has like the reputation it does even before Batman and like Joker and Riddler and, you know, all the other rogues gallery.
I'm fucking sorry for everything that's happened to you. Jesus. You meant something to me. Still do. And I fucked it up.
I think I mentioned it in my first episode, but I wonder what their relationship was like before. So, we're getting a little hint towards that.
How about I keep showing you how?
Don't move. Don't fucking move.
Us.
But to say I would ram my car into them. Oh my gosh. Actually, come on, Vic. Get up, Vic. Get up, Vic. Oh my god, dude. I don't know how this show, like, my blood pressure is up here. Wow, it's like they can't even have something go on for like an episode. So yeah, so I guess in a way I was kind of right with my theory about them sort of taking down VD. I mean, they didn't officially do it, so I guess it's not full. I do appreciate that we spent a little bit more time with Victor and his character, and how the trauma of what the Riddler did on election night, as they call it, has really affected him. I mean, obviously, I mean, when you go through something like that, you know, it's going to affect you mentally. And then to see the contrast of talking about bliss and this drug, which I'll get to my theory here in a minute, but you know, with Sophia and finding out that it was used at Arkham on these patients, and then seeing that trauma come out, you know, she had to step out and all that kind of stuff like that. I bet next episode we will, just like how we opened up with Vic, in this episode we'll probably open up with Sophia in Arkham and just maybe spend a little bit of time, maybe when she first went in, halfway in, and towards the end, maybe we'll see her perspective of the events that happened with the Riddler. Because this is sort of, if you think about it this way, if you take this universe and put it in its own thing where no other superheroes exist, it's just Batman. You know, this event with the Riddler, I guess, can be seen as that. I don't want to use Marvel terminology, but it can be seen as like that fixed point, that canon event, right? Where, you know, the universe is never going to be the same, and this was the catalyst for it. So seeing all the different perspectives from all of these major players of this event and how it's affected the city, how it's affected their livelihoods, how it's affected, you know, their businesses, you know, etc. Really interesting dynamic, and I'm glad that the show is spending time not really focusing on that, but also just acknowledging that it happened. Because when you look at like a lot of other series, especially series that follow films, a lot of the things that are referenced aren't really, you know, tied to the overall film or the story. But I am glad that you could watch The Batman and then you could watch this and feel like you're getting a continuation of the story. Because when I originally watched The Batman, you know, when something like that happens, like in any superhero movie or any other movie where a big event happens, you know, what is life like after that? Not to really bring it back to Marvel, but it is something that they did a little bit in Phase 4 and a little bit of Phase 5 is, you know, that life during the blip, you know, like the people who were blipped and then came back, you know, we saw a little bit of that. And I wish we would spend more time with, you know, what happened in those 5 years. Same thing with this one. I mean, it is really nice to see a direct continuation of that storyline and how it does affect everyone. I mean, I mentioned it at the beginning of the reaction, you know, it is sad, you know, when you lose your entire family, you lose your entire life in a natural disaster. I mean, obviously the thing with the Riddler was more of a terrorist act, but, you know, as compared to things that are happening in the real world, especially very recently, I'm sure this is hit very close to home for a lot of people. And obviously WB didn't know Hurricane Helene was going to happen, so it's not like they foresaw this and then all of this is just releasing coincidentally after that, you know, tragedy happened. It's just very interesting, you know, at least to me. Okay, so let's move on to what my theory for what this bliss drug is. It is late Sunday night, so I haven't obviously seen anything relating to like reactions and other like breakdowns of this episode, but to me I feel like that they are slowly setting up Scarecrow, and I think it would be very interesting if this bliss drug was a form of his like fear toxin. I mean, we don't know exactly what the drug does, we just know that it sends these people into like a trance, and you know, they focus on stuff, we might learn some more about it. But I would be very, very interested if they bring in someone, they're just like, oh, Dr. Crane, and that's all they have to say. And we'd be like, oh, so he created this drug and now Sophia is using it. And I think it'd be very interesting and could also set up Scarecrow to be in the Batman 2 or even the Batman 3. Maybe not as the main villain. I think Scarecrow works better as a secondary villain. I think there's only like really a few Batman villains that I think really work as like the main villain. But I don't know. That's at least what I think Bliss could be. I think it could be a version or a modified version of Scarecrow's fear toxin. Obviously, he's not Scarecrow yet. I feel like he's just Dr. Crane, and he's utilizing this drug and probably gonna create, maybe he creates his own, maybe he creates the fear toxin from this drug, who knows. And the gang war continues. So now I wonder, since the Maronis know that Oz is working with Sophia, now Sophia knows that Oz worked with, it is very, I fear for him. I mean, and not only that, he just told Sophia that he is sorry and that he wished that he like could have helped her more and that he appreciates her and that he essentially loves her, and then he just leaves her. Like that is crazy. I mean, I don't know how he's gonna talk himself out of that one. I mean, obviously him and Sophia, I think I really like that dynamic of them, you know, trying to sell the Bliss to the club. The way that they were talking, they just bounce off perfectly from each other. I don't know if that relationship was, I mean, this relationship was already rocky from the start. I think I mentioned earlier that, you know, they're using each other. Sophia is probably going to be out for blood, and so I think she will become more or less the main antagonist of this season. Speaking of Sophia, let's go ahead and talk about what the whole like crazy thing. I mentioned this in my first episode. I also mentioned this in the second part, but like the way that they're playing Sophia, or they've written Sophia to be this hysterical, you know, like woman character crying. I mean, even like the own characters acknowledge that. I mean, you got VD earlier saying like, look, you're crazy. I know you're crazy. Just, you know, leave. You know, this business isn't for you. The family isn't yours anymore. Just get out of here. I mentioned that I wanted to highlight a comment that was on my last video. I'll put it here, so if you want to pause and read it. But they essentially, you know, were commented that I was taking the trope of the hysterical woman to like literal, in that the whole point of this show was probably to purposely do that and then to kind of undercut the entire, like, you know, character, the other characters towards her, and I somewhat agree with that. I mean, obviously that was off the assumption of episode 1 and a little bit in episode 2, but here we get a little bit more of what happened to Sophia in Arkham, and I do think that next episode will probably start off with her in Arkham, so we can get a little bit more context to that. Obviously we know that she was abused, you know, because that's something that happens in prisons, and so for her to kind of play this character as, you know, this mousy, you know, still scary, but this kind of mousy psychopath, you know, just to come in and undercut the rest of the characters, I think could work. And I also mentioned this in the last episode, but, you know, we saw the details of her sleeping in the closet, you know, sleeping in a confined, dark space, eating with her hands like an animal, the scars on her neck. I mean, like, and obviously this drug being used on her, you know, that is something that the writers are making sure that we know that she went through something really traumatic over the last 10 years. I think they mentioned she was in Arkham. And obviously, you know, the whole thing with Vic and like how he experienced the events the night of the flood, you know, and that, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, they have a form of PTSD, so I'm not trying to denounce that anyway. What I like about what the person commented on that is that it is refreshing to kind of see this in Batman media, not just the comics, because in some of the comics, you know, we see some of this side, you know, in the darker stuff. But in mostly in Batman media, we don't. We just like, oh, he's the Joker, he's crazy, he kills people. Oh, he's Two-Face, he was the DA, he's crazy, he kills people. Oh, that's the Penguin, he's crazy, you know. And so, like, there's never really any explanation. And that's what I appreciated about the first Joker movie, you know, kind of exploring that psyche a little bit. but I feel like that's a different conversation. But with this is in particular, you know, it being a series, we have more time to spend with these characters. We have more time to explore their motivations and their backstories and explore that trauma that they have endured. But that's just me. I mean, that's just, you know, writer brain, you know, just trying to figure out where all of these pieces are going. But yeah, I think that'll be it for this episode. I'm gonna have to like calm down because I don't know what it is. Last episode and this episode was really like just elevated. I mean, I don't know. But let me know down in the comment section what you thought of this episode. Are you looking forward to the rest of the season? And what are your theories on what Bliss could be? As always, if you like this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. My name is Jorvik. I'll see you in the next one.